At Great Commission Collective, our church planter training program exists for this purpose: to make proven leaders effective planters and sustainable pastors. In other words, we want to plant, but we want our planters to last as well. So we need training that understands and applies the gospel, emphasizes expository preaching, prioritizes disciple making, prioritizes multiplying disciples and leaders and elders and churches, and helps planters know how to pastor while giving them vision to last in ministry. So, to accomplish this, we've created a church planter training program with 8 modules. 4 before the plant, that's the multiplication path, and 4 after the plant, that's the strengthening path. And I love this. Most of the modules are done in GCC churches. So the training is like vitally connected to a working model of a church that had been planted by a church planter. So back to the first 4 modules. When you think of the first 4 modules, think about being trained to launch. So module 1 is about how to lead in and through the gospel. Number 2 is about multiplication and disciple making, because the goal is not simply to plant a church, but to plant a church that plants churches. Number 3 is on expository preaching. The 4th module is on just understanding what a collective is and how it helps planters to plant churches. During these modules, then, planters unpack the launch operations manual to ensure they have like the step-by-step pathway for planting. A planting coach is also assigned to anyone who doesn't already have one from the church that sent them. Now, here's something that's really great about the program. Rather than cramming the final 4 modules into the planter's brain before the plant even starts, we built the second half, that's the strengthening path. We built the second half to happen after the plant begins. It becomes like the lab where the planter is both learning and doing. So module 5 begins with the planter's marriage. We do a retreat. We check in to ensure the planter is prioritizing his marriage and his family while he's planting the church. Module 6 covers leadership skills and arms the planter with theology and tools and tactics to sharpen his leadership in the field. 7 is helping the planter better understand his role as a pastor. What is soul care? How do we cultivate a culture of care in the local church? How do we troubleshoot these complex situations? And then finally, the church planter training program wraps up with module 8 on fervent prayer. In other words, we not only do training on how to build a prayer culture in the church, but we spend time praying and crying out to God together. If you're a pastor and you're watching this, maybe you know a planter. Maybe they're in your church or maybe they're somewhere else, but they need this training to get to where God has called them to go. Maybe you're watching this as a planter. Let me encourage you, visit our website, gcccollective.org, and let's connect to discuss next steps. Maybe we can help you move from being a proven leader to an effective planter and a sustainable pastor. I hope to hear from you.